Good evening, everyone. Today we are here for the English open mic of Poesy Tales, and we are very happy to welcome some talented poetesses from different parts of the world. Before we proceed, I would like to give a brief introduction of Poesy Tales. Poesy Tales is a trilingual group of writers and poets. The three languages being English, Hindi, and Marathi. Poesy Tales has a WhatsApp group of these writers and poets, and all of them share their work, their writings on this group. We also have a Facebook page with the name of Poesy Tales. And Poesy Tales is a group which encourages writing and regularly sets prompt challenges as well. Apart from prompt challenges, there are regular open mic sessions for all the three languages. So today, we'll proceed with this open mic of English poetry. And I would like to invite Tilkumari Sharma ji from Nepal to recite her poem. And
Okay, thank you.
before that, I would just like to give a brief introduction. Miss Tilkumari Sharma is a multi-award winner in writing from International Literary Branch. It's from Borle, Hile, Payun, 7 Parbat, Gandaki, West, Nepal. Her parents are Mr. Hari Prasad Basel, Mayor of Village Assembly, and Mrs. Leela Devi Basher. Till is also known as Pushpa. She has published many thousands of poems, some essays and stories, and other literary writings in international magazines, groups, and anthologies from Russia, America, England, France, Germany, Iran, Japan, Kosovo, Algeria. Just to name a few countries, there are many more. And also India and Nepal. She's a featured poet and best-selling co-author too. She's a poet of world record book named Hyper Poem. She's an international peace ambassador of Bangladesh and ambassador of Monterey Escapes of India. Her world personality is published in Multi Art 8 and 12 magazine from Argentina and Mexico. So let's welcome Til Kumari ji, and I request her to recite her first poem of the day.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, and namaste to all. And I am very happy to visit you, all of you, that we can share our feelings in poetry. And now I am going to recite a poem about shining pond as my eye. I see water is fire, fire is source of water, wonder is my hope of eternity. I see the river of fire somewhere inland. The hot portion of land mix on yellow and red portion of fire near mountain and sea. I see amazing fact there, dancing the lava in land and sea. The universe is mysterious enough. Signs are not still in perfection. My eye fetches the mystery inside it. My quest is deeper than a modern scientist. My wisdom widens to the creation of universe herself. I am the observer and beholder to see nature in her faithful beauty and obscurity. Sometimes sun, moon, cloud, and water exist together. Wonderful earth is furnished by a creator. Wonderful fire is existed in this world by hiding water. The earth is transformed in a hot fire mountains. Okay, thank you very much. Next one is also only
Very nice.
one.
Very nice.
Next
Yeah,
one in the
Next
next
one.
round. Nice poem,
Okay.
Tilkumar.
Okay. Thank you, dear
that
friends.
that was very beautifully recited as well as written. A very sensitive and the vocabulary, the flow was excellent.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else would like to give a feedback to Tilkumari ji?
Nice flow of words, Tilkumari ji. It was very lovely to listen to the poem.
Okay, thank you.
Now we move on to the next bard. She is Sudipta Mishra ji. Sudipta Mishra is a multifaceted artist and dancer. She has woven more than 100 books. Her third book, The Essence of Life, is credited with Amazon's bestseller, and her next book, The Songs of My Heart, is scaling newer heights of glory. She garnered numerous accolades from international literary organizations like the famous Rabindranath Tagore Memorial, Mahadevi Verma Sahitya Shiromani Award, Powerful Women Award, and so on. She regularly pens articles in newspapers as a strong female voice against gender discrimination, global warming, domestic violence against women, etc. She is pursuing a PhD in English. So let's welcome Sudipta Mishra ji and invite her to recite her poem. Welcome, Sudipta ji.
May I be audible? Hello, everyone. May I be audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, Rupali ma'am, for the nice introduction. And thank you, Anupama ma'am, for giving me such a golden opportunity to recite my poem here. So, my poem for the evening is Waiting for Rain. My parched soul, my dried feelings, even the cracks in the earth, everything needs to be drenched in rain. We all wait for rain to wash our ears of pain. The crackling voices from distant places. The earth is aware of its emptiness, fading away of drops of water. Signal the gloomy days of waiting only. Kids are watching the empty drain. They wait for the rain with paper boats, loading them with burdens of imagination. A newly wed woman waits for rain. With her, she carries a water pot. The giggling sounds of a woman standing in a queue reminds me of life. This heart does not want to simply get wet. I wish I could start afresh while dancing in the rain. I know that to embrace the rainbows, I have to fall in love again. I wait eagerly for the rain, for washing my burdened heart from the weight of undesired memories. And I wait for the rain, as I do not want to see you again. It's over.
Very nice.
Very nice.
That
A
was
beautiful,
amazing.
a beautiful flow, and we could great imagery, and we could feel, and the correlation also of nature element with feelings. Very nice.
Thank you, Rupali
Anyone
ma'am.
else?
Thank you, Anupam.
Anyone else would like to give a feedback?
Okay, it's Very nice to count the nature and rain and fertilization. Yeah, as the family stick growing.
Now we move on to the next bard, the next poetess, Dr. Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik ji. Dr. Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik is a former associate professor in English literature, higher education, and she's a published bilingual poet. She made debut in poetry in 1986 with the poem For You Only, which was published in the national magazine Women's Era. Her poems are published in many international journals like Rock Pebbles, Anthology of Poetry like Bridge in Making, Splash, Festivals of Fire, Monster 2020, Travail, Noble Nobles, Art Bliss, Ding Dong Bells, Me and My Valentine, Melodious Musings of Love, Save Our Paradise, Listen to Her Silence, Whole World in a Single Word, Goddess on the Earth, Guiding Light on Our Earthly Path, You Cannot Be Replaced, Bonding Beyond World, Use of Friendship, Glory of Independence, Verses of Patriotism, Amazing Gardener, Awakener of Hidden Potentials, Manushatvam 2023, Symphony of Peace 2024, with such a large repertoire to her credit. It's our honor to welcome Dr. Ganga Lakshmi ji and request her to recite her poem. Hello, ma'am. Please recite your work.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes, you are.
Yes,
Am I
you are.
audible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Thank you, madam. A pleasant evening to one and all poet pals present here. I am Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik, India. Delighted to wish you happy Tuesday. My rendition is on the theme anger. The title of the poem is Wrath and After. Wrath and After. Just I am going back to the theme anger before recitation. It's wise to direct your anger towards problems, not people, because anger is a wind which blows out the lamp of the mind. Anger very serious and deadly. Poem goes like this. This is my poem. Once I go red, I shout, howl, grumble, and grin at almost everything. Even I find defect with my cell phone. ଏଇଟା କ'ଣ ହଉଛି ଦେଖ। Even I find defect. ହଉନି କ'ଣ? Sorry, madam, just. one minute. ତ ଦେଖୁଛି ଆଉ ଅଛି ଉପରେ ଅଛି। Once I got red, I shout, howl, grumble, and grin at almost everything. Even I find defect with my cell phone with pen that wrote almost everything. I break teacups for tea being tasteless, almost tongue house to hell where windows tremble. As night deepens, storm quietens, I come back to chair, believe this anger is miracle. I curse myself and try to listen to the whispers of the bricks on the wall. I emulate the sophistries of their languages in single leap over sanctuary of vocable. I realized I will not be punished for anger, but will be punished by my anger. Its feeling of displeasure makes angry man very poor, increased headache, anxiety, high blood pressure. Now, first rendition is over. I am thankful for your support, dear friends. Sound nice.
Very nice, ma'am.
Uh,
Splendid lines. Very, very nice poem.
a very powerful
Really
piece.
nice,
A
Ma'am
very powerful
Hatterjee.
piece. Yes, Sudipta ji, what were you saying?
It is extremely nice, ma'am. So heart touching.
Yeah,
And
very, very nice.
after this powerful rendition of a very, you can say, a very important topic, anger is something which is very important. Uh, it has some negativity, but uh, it's difficult to write about such a topic poetically, and she has done a great job with it.
True.
Thank you.
Now we move ahead to the next bard, Dr. Pratibha Garg. Dr. Pratibha Garg, her father's name is Mr. Ramavtar Agarwal and mother late Srimati Shobha Agarwal. Pratibha ma'am has done her graduation in BSc Textiles from renowned and prestigious Lady Irwin College, New Delhi. She has done post graduation in merchandising and designing in integrated fashion technology from Pearl Academy of Fashion in distinction. She worked as merchandising manager in multinational company for international brands like H&M, Gap. Writing was always her hobby. She started writing from the last 4 years. Majorly, all her compositions are very close to subjects like women, mother, life, nature, friendship, etc. Her poems have been published in leading national newspapers like Amar Ujala, Dainik Jagran, and other local newspapers like Vartaman Ankur, Nava Pradesh, Akrodia Samrat, RN India News, Gyan Savera, and many more. Her book collection includes shared poem collection under name Madhuvan and Mrignena, a short story collection titled Manthan, published by Satyam Prakashan, edited by Mr. Rishi Agarwal. Her another famous poem collection is titled Bharat ke Charchit Kavi Evam Kavayitri, which has her share of poems published under Vishwa Hindi Sanchar Manch. She also has a vast editorial experience. She worked as an editor and composer for various monthly magazines called Chandeshri and Avichal Pravaha for Sahitya Sangam Sansthan. She has received many prizes and awards and certificates for working and promoting Hindi literature by many organizations. To name a few, Hindi Sevi Samman, Kavya Shri Samman, Shresht Shabd Shilpi Samman, Best Youth Writer Award by Vishwa Hindi Sanchar Manch, Kavya Sagar Samman by Sahitya Sagar Publications, and many others. Latest, she has been awarded and felicitated with doctorate honors for excellence in Hindi literature by Sahitya Sangam Sansthan in August 2018. She has also been awarded for the Best Female Editor for editing 3 series of monthly magazines by Sahitya Sangam Sansthan. So, with great pleasure, we invite Dr. Pratibha ji to recite her poem.
Thank you, Pali ma'am, for a wonderful introduction. Thank you, Nupma ma'am, for such a great opportunity. And a very warm welcome to all the renowned poetess here today. So, a very good evening from Singapore. And today, my first poem is Unshackled. The title is Unshackled. It's about the woman. So, here it goes. In this modern era, woman has come up a long way. She has chiseled her own path struggling years, night and day. From being caged at home to living a life of slavery, she has emerged as a soldier with all her might and bravery. She has learned to fight her own battles with a single sword. Her key of ambition, empowerment, aspirations, and liberty has showered her a new word, unimplored, unshackled all the miseries, atrocities, and melancholy and agony. Now she walks in pride, independent, ecstatic, contented with harmony. Unstoppable, undiverted, she has emerged powerful spurt of stream, swinging away all the shackles of turbulence. She is a new Wonder Woman with beautiful life and infinite dreams. Thank you.
Ma'am.
Great piece. That was a really great piece. An ode to woman, every woman.
Yeah, thank you, Nupma
Very
ji. Yeah,
nice.
yeah, because
Very
I devote this poem to all the bright women,
Yes, yes,
because we all
and
are
for
struggling our own, path
correct.
towards success.
That's true. And
Anup,
coincidentally, today we all are women meet sorters. So
yes,
it's really great. Yes, thank you.
We all are a woman, yeah?
Yes,
wonderful
Beautiful women
recitation as well.
empowerment poem.
right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice, amazing one. This is applicable this modern day for us.
Very
And this
true.
platform is also a women platform. This platform is a women
Definitely, ma'am.
platform.
Yes.
We are all women, and this poem actually fits us.
Yeah, true, true. That's why, ma'am,
Yes,
it's
Very
dedicated to
nice
all of
poem.
you. Thank
And
you.
the
Yeah.
Wonderful poem, and the
recitation was
title
also
is
very
also
nice.
wonderful. We are unshackled. We are unshackled. Wonderful
True.
poem,
Thank you,
really.
Rupali, ma'am.
true.
Yeah, that is why this title is very, very close to me. Thank you.
And you recited it very well,
Amazing.
as well, beautifully.
Yes.
Thanks, all the beautiful women. You are my, my power. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you. So, as we move on to our next participant, I'd like to invite our host, Rupali Gore Laleji, to recite her next poem. So, before she goes for the recitation, a few of her bio brief. Rupali ji is a Mumbai based poet and writer. Last month, her debut poetry book collection titled Calms and Balms released worldwide on Amazon, Kindle Unlimited, and Events Pub as a paperback and also as an e-book. Rupaliji believes that poetry is the calm and balm of a life. She loves to write in different poetic forms. She also loves to express herself by writing short stories and essays. Her work is published in national and international anthologies and online magazines. She likes to recite poetry, which motivates her to record some of her work as a spoken word poetry. Some of her work can also be read on Instagram handle at Rupali Dilip Gore. Rupali ji, it's an honor to have you on our program, and you are doing a wonderful job as a host as well. Would like to say that.
Welcome,
So,
Rupali,
most
Thank you.
ma'am.
welcome.
Thank you, Anupama ji.
Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction and also for it's a pat on the back for me and encouragement that yeah, I'm hosting doing well. So nice to hear that as well.
Thank you.
Now the first poem which I'll be reciting is from the book which was released. There is the Calms and Balms book itself, and it is titled "The Unpredictable Rains." Sometimes rains are so unpredictable. They drench us when we do not expect them. We feel that we were dumb, to be not prepared to face the rains. How cheekily rains clasped us and soaked us in ice cold waters, leaving us chilled, quivering, and shivering profusely. Very often in life, we are victims of unprecedented rains of troubles. The picture looks hazy, and our mind feels dizzy. At times, our mind is too lazy to move. We try to grasp the situation, but we end up gasping for breath. We face grave dangers and daggers of risk, at times cutting our morale into pieces. Out of the blue, out of the blue, a parcel of hope and clear skies dawn in the lawns of our world. They sprawl our reach to vast levels. They encourage us to try and be successful. A brawl of heart and head ends without any casualty. We break the box of set rules, devise new rules, which are more conducive to get the best of ourselves. The rains were never so good. Thank you.
Very nice,
Very
Pali.
nice, Nupam,
Beautiful,
very
beautiful.
nice.
Very nice.
Excellent piece.
Thank you.
We both
You
have
took us
flashed
through a
distraction
rain
from the
journey.
seasonal rain.
Wonderful poem, madam. Everything is unpredictable these days.
Yes.
What
True.
rain is unpredictable, life is also unpredictable.
Even the troubles,
Correct.
yeah,
Nice,
as you said, I
amazing.
like the line where you said the troubles are unpredictable. They come like a rain,
Yes.
anytime.
Rightly said.
Yeah, very right said,
It
and
is so
very,
magic
very
actually.
apt.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we move on to the next recitation, and it's by none other than the founder of Poesy Tales, Anupama Kadwadji. Before I invite her, I would like to introduce her. Anupama Kadwad is a multilingual poet from Mumbai, India, who writes in English, Hindi, and Marathi languages. Her book of poems, My World, was published in January 2016. She has received Poet of the Year 2023 award from Asian Literary Society. Recently, her poems have found place in a book titled Lass and Lad Verses, tailored specifically for school students. In June 2024, she was part of a world record book, 20 Portraits, a personal glimpse into 20 lives. Some of her poems are published in Scarlet Leaf Review, Meta Worker, Literary Yard, Down in the Dirt, Poetry Soup, All Poetry, Indus Woman Writing, Eve, Abhyudaya Magazine, Tahira, and several other anthologies and journals. So let's welcome Anupama ji, and I request her to recite her poem.
Thank you so much, Rupali ji,
Warm
for
welcome,
such a
Anupama ji.
elaborate introduction. Before I recite my poem, I'd like to thank our audience who have joined us today. I can see Shama Prasad Patnaik ji, who has been motivating our poets with lovely comments. Shri Krishna Kalkar ji has also joined us. Ajay Verma ji, who's also commenting on our poems. We have Pradnya Surveji, who has joined us. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for motivating each of us. Today, my first poem is titled Word Friends. Since we all are meeting mainly on the virtual field, so this poem is related to my word friends who I have met in this journey. So here it goes. Started pursuing my writing hobby recently, came across like minded people with whom I can share my musings, exchange my thoughts, learn from them. I call them word friends as we are connected through words. They are the ones who inspire and motivate me. As we can see, many of us have joined from far and abroad. And on a platform, it's good to see and interact. Even if it's virtually, we can interact with each other. So that's a really nice thing. Word friends have guided me to new avenues, helped explore the world of knowledge. They are the guiding force in my gloomy days. Word friends have guided me to new avenues, helped explore the world of knowledge. They are the guiding force in my gloomy days, associated with them across the globe, associated with them across the globe. Thankful to all my word friends who have helped me evolve. Thankful to all my word friends who have helped me evolve in this journey. Grateful to have met someone like you in this journey. Grateful to have met someone like you. So this relates to each one of you all whom I have met in this journey. So thanks to each one of you all for being an inspiration for me. That's all. Thank you.
Beautiful poem, Anupama ji. And
Yeah,
obviously,
very
we all
nice,
can relate.
ma'am.
And thanks
Very nice.
for being a wonderful friend as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent, Anupamaji.
Thank you.
Magical dedication to everyone.
I love this
Madam,
word, word friend.
Facebook
Beautiful
friends
title.
have changed. It is transformed to word friends. Facebook
Yes,
friends. We are no longer
yes,
Facebook friends. We are word
correct.
friends.
Right.
Beautiful.
A very
Title is beautiful.
beautiful
Thanks, ma'am.
poem with a
Sunday
very
title.
heartfelt meaning also. And that term which you coined, word friends, also, I think it's very unique, very innovative, and it really makes, I think everyone, each of us could relate to it when, as she was reciting
Exactly.
the emotions as well as the thought, everything. And
Thank,
very nice.
thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Now we, after a beautiful round wherein all the poets presented some different, covered different topics in a way we can say, and we move, after the success of the first round, we move on to the second round. So I invite poetess Tilkumari Sharmaji to recite her poem for the round two.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I am today very happy to see you all because all are frank and very good friends. And so I recite the poem about friendship. Yeah, just a short poem. Uh, Friendship, green always, eternal and helpful friendship. The genuine minds only get to friendship. Smiling even in tears, memorable and high quality of friendship. The delight and joy, the humanity in mind, moral worth in soul of friends, flowering in the world, beyond border and sea, light of the human community, light of the human community. That is our friendship community. Okay, thank you. Just a short poem.
Very nice.
It was
Very
short and
beautiful.
sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, very short.
I thought it was sweet, like, and everyone, like, friendship is very precious. It's an important
Yeah.
relationship. There will be a rest of the, as they say,
Exactly.
yeah, we can't
Yeah.
choose rest of the relations, but friendship, very often friends we can choose, and for lifetime also they can be our friends. Those people, very well, a beautiful ode to
We are
friendship.
all
Yes.
we are all
Okay, thank
like-minded
you.
friends. What friends?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice
Really,
topic,
friends
friendship.
are
Beautiful.
inspirational sources.
Now, after of such a beautiful poem dedicated to friendship, we move on to the next poetess, and I invite Sudipta Mishra ji to recite her poem.
Thank you, Rupali ma'am. So the title of my poem is Sinking into Grief. I forgive you to forget your sin. Slowly I fell into the dark hole. In my crumbled state, I realized the pain. I knew the process of healing, but it is too deep, you see. I met the people. Even I listened to their stories, but it did not work. In a circle of grief, I was slowly dragged by some unseen forces. I knew the nature. The grief took over my reason. Nobody could help me. I wish you would be the same man, but these fancies would land me in nowhere. Gradually, I felt the fire. Inside, I was burning, covered by the clouds of sorrow, caged in tormenting wares, in dried nights. Grief enveloped me into a net of pain. In the wave of torturing air, I realized a sudden change in me. I will clear the hazy sky of grief. Nobody can measure my pain. In the principle of love, I will unravel the key to my joy. Love is rushing towards me. The fire of my heart can be extinguished by the elixir of love only. By the elixir of love only. It's over. Thank you.
Lovely
Very,
poem.
Thank you.
very poignant lines, Sudipta ji.
Thank you.
And the flow is also very good, and the way you recite also, there's a sensitivity and softness which is depicted through your voice as well as the words. Very nice.
It's
Thank
true.
you.
Very touching poem. Touch
Thank you,
the
ma'am.
heart.
Yes.
Now we move on to the next poetess, and I would like to invite Professor Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik ji to recite her poem.
Thank you, madam, for your call. The title of my poem is Love at First Sight. Love at First Sight. Just two lines before my rendition. Love is a chemical reaction. Attraction is more of a mental reaction. You cannot control who you fall in love with. It's true that girls fall in love at first sight. My poem goes like this. My love at first sight moves. Grass blades totter. His elegance captivates me, and body catches fire. Tendrils are fragrant, flowers twist, turn and wriggle. His footsteps echoing in light distant dingle. When he walks on the road, tar melts. When walk on the pavement, the concrete cracks. I feel our nearness a butterfly on instant's blossom, and his presence makes air fragrant and warm. My love at first sight is an emotional connection. Initial spark a powerful feeling based on physical attraction. Seeing is smiling, my logic fails, my reason slips, my tongue loses its fluency, voice frightens in stillness. When he smiles, flames come alive, nearby to my eye, flowers laughing in sun, playing in a cloudless sky. Love at first sight is more about passion, making it a moment of sad attention, affection. This is the end of my second rendition. Thanks, dear friends.
Very nice recitation, ma'am.
Beautiful citation, ma'am.
Lovely, ma'am. Love at first sight.
Thank
Very
you.
nice topic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, you can say very many people, especially the ones who have gone for love marriage also, who have experienced love at first sight, they will
Yes.
be feeling nostalgic about it. And
With due apology, we have not done love marriage, madam. With due apology, our arranged marriage, right? That time,
Still, it
love
was
marriage was not
real.
possible.
But ma'am, you
But
sprinkled
love
the
always
flavor of
comes
love
at
in
first
them.
sight.
yeah.
Love comes
And
at
the
first sight.
best part about a poet is that the imagination. We poets can always imagine. So that's a really nice thing.
Exact,
Through words, we think
exactly,
our thoughts. Yes.
exactly,
Lovely
exactly.
listening to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So now I will recite one poem. It's
Uh,
a short.
uh, I think Rupali ji, we have Pratibha ji for the second round.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I request my apologies, Pratibha man, and
No,
I
ma'am, it's okay.
request I request you to recite your poem.
Thank you, Rupal ma'am, once again. And thank you, Nupma ma'am. It's a wonderful platform and it's lovely meeting all of you. So here goes my second poem. As the ma'am said, love in the first sight. So here is my poem about promise. What the promise means to me in a love marriage, in a marriage. Here it goes. A promise is a truthful commitment to self. A promise is a truthful commitment to self, a soulful virtue of integrity and modesty. Marriage is the relation of a prolonged promise of being together for each other, a promise to be in the righteous path, encouraging, empowering each other, sharing all the verses of life through all the thick and thins, loving and walking hand in hand in the moonlight, dancing to the melodious tunes, spinning crystalline sparkles of our promises, wowed by the canopy of trust, gleaming with boundless love, giving the assurance coverage of soothing security seamlessly, a promise of pristine love and pampering, reflecting the respect and serendipity, blooming the fresh bud of roses, irrespective of all the odds, a promise of fresh hopes and colorful rainbow of weaving, all the colors of joy embedded, gracefully accepting the hurdles and applauding the success of a wonderful marriage, uplifting the spirits of happiness, a promise to behold forever. Thank you.
Oh, that was a splendid poem. Excellent.
Thank you, Rupmaji.
And right after Love at First Sight, it was beautiful to a poem about promises and marriage.
Yeah, I
Very
think the
nice.
theme matched. Thank you.
But
And
madam, remember, promise is a promise. If you keep it, otherwise it is lie. Otherwise it is
True,
lie.
ma'am.
Promise
True.
is promise.
It is a lie. Yeah. So that is what I'm saying. Like in a marriage, we should have this promise to our partner.
Everything goes on promise.
yes,
Everything.
True, ma'am.
Even this
Very
platform
true.
is also, when if we did not attend it, then it also became a lie, untrust,
Yes,
And
Exactly.
this
very
We
well
have to
said,
promise.
keep
ma'am.
a promise. That is our integrity. Yes.
and
Exactly.
for I think any person, like any married for all the married couples, irrespective of the number of years of marriage, this poem when they read, I think again they will revisit the earlier years,
Yes.
and now also again they will again rethink, okay, and they will again
Yeah.
believe in the
We'll
institute
ponder
of
and
marriage
yeah.
They,
with poem. Yeah.
they will get
Exactly.
boost.
Thank you.
They will be
Yes.
motivated.
Yeah. It will be a boost of
Motivational
trust
poem.
for them. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you,
This
ma'am.
is a motivational poem for the present generation,
Yes,
where there is no promise.
Very much needed in present generation.
that's true. So, as we move ahead, I'd like to invite Rupali ji to recite her second poem. And Rupali ji, I must say, you have seamlessly conducted this session very well. Thanks so much.
I
Most
second you,
welcome
Thank
to
you.
Nupma
recite
ma'am.
your second poem. Thank you.
Thank you, Nupamaji. The second poem, which I'm reciting, is also from the same book, Calms and Balms. It's not a very long poem, but and it's about wildflowers. It's titled Wildflowers. When the winds sprinkle the news of spring, a new event begins to bloom. A nouveau idea takes a form. Smiles of a million sprout. They shout for attention. They paint the valleys and grasslands with their exuberant hues and shades. The nature bows in humility. The divinity knows their sanctity. Silvery moonlight sparkles them. Golden sunshine shimmers them. They are a bouquet of the woods. They are the precious gems of mankind. They are the wild flowers of the world. Wildflowers weave a tapestry of spring. The land dons a dotted robe of floral finery. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank
Excellent,
you.
ma'am. Excellent poem.
Very beautiful poem, Rupali ji.
And it's an
Madam,
amazing
we are also
piece.
wildflowers. Poets are also wildflowers.
True.
We are also decorating all the corners.
Yes.
Yeah,
The words are
wildflowers have
words.
enough
Beautiful
knowledge.
concept. Beautiful poem.
Wildflowers have enough knowledge, so we are wildflowers.
True. Now we move on to the next poetess and the founder of Poesy Tales, Anupama ji. I request Anupama Kadwad ji to recite her poem.
Thank you so much, Rupali ji. Before I begin my next poem, I'd like to thank each one of you all for gracing this poetic session today. Thanks a lot for being a part of this journey. My second poem today is titled The Journey Within. As I stand at the threshold of life, reflecting on the journey so far, every day, new challenges faced, varied situations, and different people have taught lesson valuable. Over the years, yes, I have changed. The circumstances have molded me. The people I have come across have influenced and shaped me. As my outward appearance changes with age, my soul depicts the inner journey. My surroundings and environment have played an important role in my development. My journey, though tumultuous, has been fruitful. I have learned to gulp my sorrow, and wear a smile. As I have aged, have realized the importance of journey within. My experiences have been influential in creating me. I have learned to go with the flow and be happy and content. Ultimately, it is the quality of life that matters. Ultimately, it is the quality of life that matters. Thanks for listening. Thank you.
A very beautiful and deep poem,
Wonderful poem,
Anupama ji.
madam.
Love recitation.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
poem. Actually, smile is necessary to face the challenges of life. That you
Correct.
mentioned, smile is very much necessary these days to face the
Yes.
challenges of life and to win also the journey of life.
Yes.
Was a
Unique poem.
beautiful, very beautiful and very beautifully recited. And philosophy was also there, but and there was no bitterness in spite of facing uh, some difficulties and challenges. But it's important not to be bitter,
Exactly.
and that you put it across so well.
Thank you.
Move forward.
Thank you.
Inspiring one. Inspiring poem.
Thank, thank you.
Now, as we are moving towards, all of us have recited, the two rounds of poetry are over, and it was a really lovely recitation session, I must say. Everyone covered different topics, and every bard is so like so talented out here. Like they can express themselves so well about so many different topics, and every poem carried also carried some message or the other, which
Right.
will leave the reader pondering about certain things in life. And so somewhere I feel the poetry has many purposes, and one of them is also that the reader should also think and ponder about certain things and not just forget. So I think that is one of the purposes of all types of art, and that purpose was served so well through this session.
That's true.
And I take this opportunity to thank all the bards on behalf of Poesy Tales and Anupama ji, and and the entire admin team of Poesy Tales. And I would request Professor Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik ji to speak a few words.
In closing, my sincere thanks to all the poet friends for exceptional presentation. Respected poet Til Kumari Sharma's poems are strong, accurate, well placed, make the readers feel the poet's emotion and intentions. Esteemed poet Sudipta Misra's poems develop our critical thinking and boost self confidence. Dr. Gangalakshmi Patnaik's poems are emotional. Emotion has found its thought, and thought has found words reach into our hearts. Dr. Pratibha Garg, revered poet's poems speak women to feel empowered. Her poem Promise is a promise when it is kept, otherwise, it is a lie. Rupali Ghoor, highly regarded poet's poems remind power of nature, importance of unity, beauty in diversity. Renowned poet Anupama Kadwadji recalling and recollecting life experiences. Her poems are challenging and rewarding. Thank you again for sharing your knowledge and making our event a great success. My heartfelt thanks to all of you on behalf of Poesy Tales, English Meet. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your vote of thanks, and especially making a point of giving a brief thing about each and every poem. So that's really very thoughtful of you. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. It was a pleasure to listen to each one of you all. Dr. Pratibha ji, thank you for, in spite of being so late at your end, you joined us for today. Thanks a lot. Til Kumari ji,
Thank you,
thank you for
ma'am.
joining the session. Dr. Ganga Lakshmi ji, thanks a lot. Rupali ji, thank you for conducting such a wonderful session. Dr. Sunita ji, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
See
ma'am.
you again, madam. See you
And
again.
thank you to our wonderful
See you.
audience for
Bye.
their continuous remarks.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Nupma ji, for wonderful opportunity, and meeting all of you was really, really wonderful, and listening to you was so inspiring. Thank you.
Yes, yes, true. So, looking forward to
Thank you,
meeting you all
Anupama
again on
ma'am,
this
Rupali
platform.
ma'am, Ganga ma'am, and all dear friends. Then we are very nice to meet here. Also, again, we hope we'll meet here in future.
Sure.
Certainly, certainly,
Yes.
yes.
It was a wonderful evening, and I think we all have very fond memories of this session. We'll go home and tonight with fond memories.
Yes, that's true.